What happens to brand new vehicles that never get sold? This is happening with every brand, no matter which brand you look at right now. In 2025, dealerships have multiple year old vehicles that are quote unquote new sitting on their lot. I don't know how they're still even considered new. 22s and 2023s in 2025 sitting on their lot for multiple years. It's not a good situation. And dealerships are begging the manufacturer for rebates. So let's get into what happens when they never actually sell, because it's happening right now. So first thing, whose fault is it? The manufacturer rose the MSRP, the dealership took advantage of low inventory by charging market adjustments, so everybody got their hand in the cookie jar, and now it's biting them. Dealerships are begging the manufacturers for their old inventory, please give us more rebates, please, please, and they're just begging to get it sold. But manufacturers are like, hey, it's your problem now, because manufacturers sell the vehicle to the dealership, and it's the dealership's problem after that. So the dealership's the one that's getting stuck with this inventory, and at the end of the day, there's a few things they can do. Obviously, they can discount it. They're going to try to do some discounts here and there, but a lot of dealerships are so stuck up in it, they just don't want to discount things. They would rather just literally have it sit there, it seems like, for a year, because a lot of the ones that get stuck with this inventory are some of the most greedy dealerships who did the market adjustments in 23. That's why it never sold. Who did the extra packages onto a truck, 50 grand of packages and stuff like that, onto a pickup truck. Well, of course, that F-150 that's $124,000 is not going to sell, and it's a 2023 that's been sitting over 500 days with over $50,000 of accessories on it, and now you're discounting it 28 or 29 grand. It's not enough. That's what these dealers don't understand, and they just won't give big enough discounts. So what's the next thing that could happen? The dealership could use it as a demo vehicle. They could use it as their personal. The owner could say, you know what, let me just drive this. It'll be my demo. One of the managers can drive it. If you don't know, most dealerships, the management staff at the dealership gets a loaner vehicle for their day-to-day operations. So they can drive it, owner can drive it, that use it as a service demo. So there are multiple different options there, but a lot of times these vehicles that are getting stuck are $100,000 vehicles, Grand Wagoneers, $100,000 F-150s, all this stuff that's way overpriced. They added packages, they did addendum stickers. Sometimes they're EVs that have been sitting, so it's a bad situation all the way around. We even saw a 2023 Grand Cherokee that's been sitting outside for multiple years. So no matter what brand, no matter what model, it's out there. It's been sitting. It is a common issue. What's the next thing? Well, obviously they can send it to auction. Auction is normally where they take a pretty good loss. It is what it is, but at least they can normally get it sold quick and easy. But a lot of times they just don't want to take the loss, and it can be embarrassing because all your other dealer buddies are there and you're just giving the hand over. You're just saying, I'm just going to take the loss. So a lot of them hold on to it and let it sit on their lot and just say, hey, we're going to wait for the person, because that's their mindset. They think there's a but for every seat. And honestly, there is, but whenever you screwed customers over so much with market adjustments, so they're so upside down with negative equity, and you have the bank just not willing to finance all these accessories, you can't sell these things. You can't sell these overpriced vehicles. How much is a 2023 still worth? You're trying to finance it as a new vehicle. Hey, if I'm a bank, is that thing even still new? I mean, I know they still count it as, but hey, that's a 2023 that's been sitting on the lot for 2 years, guys. I mean, it's crazy, and this has never happened before. That's the craziest part. Prior to 2020, this has never happened. The oldest new car I've ever saw was probably 150 days, and it was a hybrid MDX that was sitting for a while, and that was the longest ever. Other than that, cars honestly didn't sit. It was not a problem. Not like this, not new inventory sitting for multiple years. But whenever you increase the price of a Grand Cherokee or an F-150 to be $80,000 to $120,000, well, of course, you're not going to sell things as quick. Grand Cherokees, $140,000. Well, of course, you have 2023 sitting that are not going to sell because it's way overpriced. You're not discounting it enough. You're just letting it sit there and rot away, and that's why it doesn't make sense. It seems like dealers would rather just let it sit there than just take a loss and go to auction. So there's a few different things that can happen. They can use it as a demo, they can sell it at auction, or they can just take a loss on their lot. But their whole goal is to get a retail unit. They want to keep you on the lot. That way they can get you in the finance box. And even if they take a loss on the vehicle, their goal is to make it up in the F&I in the finance box. They're trying to make up their loss. But dealers just really don't seem to understand how to do business, and they just want to sit there and let it rot. And that's what they're doing. 2023s, 2022s, still on the lot. Even with the $20,000 discount, it just isn't enough. But if they take it to auction, they would probably lose 40 or 50 grand. They would lose even more, but they just won't do it. But they would sell it because that's the real value of that vehicle that's been sitting for multiple years on their car lot. Again, it's never happened before. There's a few things they can do. Send it to auction, keep it on their lot, use it as a demo, and they choose what they want. But hey, we'll see what happens at the end of the day with these old cars that have already been sitting for 500 plus days. I mean, how much longer? Are we going to see 1,000-day-old cars in a few years? That's where we're heading. So who knows how long this is going to last? Let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.